What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar, and welcome back to another dancehall video tutorial. Another one where I'm gonna mix a song in a FL Studio from scratch, of course, right? So I'm gonna walk you through the whole process, pretty much the same thing as if you would do it in Pro Tools, just a different way of going about it. So the very first thing what I want to do, right? I want to make sure so you have your
Girl,
stems.
you a heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Boot soft spot when the sex starting non-stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You as if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch wanna come fast. So me connected like internet.
Yeah. TrackStar Heartbreaker. Right? Let's spell it the proper way. Like that. Cool. So also, make sure everything's spelled right. So that's the first thing. So we have a new session. This is the mixing session now, right? So as you can see, we have the Riddim session here and we have the mixing session here. Next thing, we need to get rid of every single VST in the session. Reason being, let's play this right now. Let's show you a thing. So if we play this right now, we turn on the vocals. Notice the CPU meet up at the top. I go crazy, right? So they will get rid of all of the VST out of the session because we have the stems and we also have the 2-track wave file. So we're gonna go unsort it, we're gonna click and highlight every single thing, right? We're gonna just press Alt and delete and press enter. So just get rid of all of the VSTs out of the session. Cool? So now, all we have is the audio files, which is the vocal. So we have more things to get rid of. This was a part of the Riddim. This was a part of the Riddim. Even the tag. Right? And this sound here. So, I'm going to get rid of all 4 of these too. So, Alt, delete, enter. Cool. So now, the only thing we have left in the session is the vocals. Even though you see them clips here, them empty because the VST is gone. So really what we need to do is just go up and cut all of that. You know what I mean? We're not going to delete them, we're going to just cut them. And the reason why we're not going to delete them is because we are going to need them, right? Because we don't organize the session just like, oh, when we did build the Riddim, you understand what I say? So we have our vocals right there, so same way, but we're going to drag in all our clips them now to match up with everything over here. So you know, and the reason why I do that is because when we drag in everything, we're going to link them back to the mixer exactly as them was. We're not going to touch the mixer feed of them. You know what I mean? I like me say, you don't have to do this, you know, but may I assume say you have the Riddim and you're going to want to mix the Riddim to the vocals. If you don't have the Riddim and you just have the 2-track, you can just drag in the 2-track and go on by your business, you understand what I say? But I have the stems, so we're going to utilize the stems them, right? So what we are going to do first, we are going to drag in for the first sound, the PL, the Rhodes, right? So I go drag that. Spot figure, my dear. Book paint the picture. Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We throw money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might need that. Yeah, and the man we don't need that. Nah, she just suck the cock so long she lose kneecaps. Girl, you a heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me. So now, if we press play,
breaker, but me no care. Them want
everything line up, everything is already mixed because, you know, we have the stems. Cool. So we are focused on the vocals, right? So the first thing I want to do, want this track here, we want to get rid of auto-tune, right? So I'll delete that. And the reason why we don't delete auto-tune off of the track, I want you to listen to this one specific part. If you have multiple vocals that go into one track and you have auto-tune on that the one track there, you have this issue where the vocals don't cause auto-tune for over-tune. So let's solo out this part right there. So
Girl, you my heart, and girl, you my heart, and girl, you my heart like internet, girl, you my heart, and girl.
You understand what I'm saying? The auto-tune now go make it sound good because it a tune two different vocals. You understand? And they must say different things, so it a confuse the algorithm. So we are gonna get rid of that. Also what we are gonna do is, which right there, some I'm gonna just speed through and do this. So we'll quickly rename all of the files them so the colors them match up to what we have over here. So I'm gonna just quickly speed through this. So we see you in a second. Alright, cool. So now we have all of that circle. So like I said, we'll delete auto-tune off of this track. Yeah? Actually, we'll just mix from scratch. So all we're gonna do is we'll just delete this track as a whole. And we'll route it only to this track here. And all of these faders, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring them up to nominal or 0, whatever you want to call it. Because remember, the rhythm is already mixed in a certain way, so there's no reason for we then try to mix the rhythm again. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna just relink all our clips them back to the mixer. So we're Control Shift and L. And of course we have the 2 new clips. But it seems as if we have more than just the 2 new clips. I don't get that. So watch out. Shit, them. White liquor, your girl have a fat ass, but mine ticker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We throw money like mafia, rich like flipper. But the man go believe. That's much better. Cool. So let's bring this down and then highlight everything. Put them at 0. Alright, cool. As I can hear, the vocals weak. Now I have nothing to them. You understand what I say? So we're gonna go now and we're gonna mix the vocals. Right. So let's get started. The first part here. So what am I gonna do? We are gonna take some of them clips here. Let's bring up the mixer. And we're gonna link certain clips to certain channels just to kind of keep everything uniform. So let's go and detach the mixer. That way it stay up on the screen. So this first clip, right? We're gonna take that and we're gonna put that here. We're gonna rename this track and we're gonna call this hook. We're gonna get orange in a color. So it stand out, you know what I mean? So we're gonna put this on this track. Cool. Over here at 35, we're gonna right click, we're gonna rename, we're gonna call this lead vocals, right? And the reason why I call it lead vocals is because this is where every single lead vocal I gonna go through, right? So we're gonna just right click, route to this track only. Cool. So now we just have to organize the vocals. So I make sure say nothing now overlap on the same track. So if 2 things on this, them can't overlap, right? So this is a clip here done. So we're gonna double click on this one here. So and we're gonna put it right next door and we're gonna put hook again. X2. Cool. And we'll get the same orange color. So now when we play it now, right? And the clip reach there, so one player so, one player so. You understand what I say? The very first thing we're going to put on both of these is auto-tune. And we're going to use the whole auto-tune. Any auto-tune will work, it don't really matter. So we're going to go auto-tune 5. And then I have my preset save from when I revised the song called Gangsta Lullaby. So we're going to just load up that preset there. And then we're going to go over here so and we're going to do the same exact thing. Actually, you know what we can do? We can go to plugin preset, we can go effects, and then we can find auto-tune right here, and then just load in Gangsta Lullaby on this one. And it will load up the same exact preset, just like that. So now, vocals tune. And yeah, so we're not gonna make nothing overlap, so we're gonna put this back on the first one, and then this one, because them overlap, we're gonna put it on track 25. And let's see some double click. 25. Oh, actually loop. So this is basically the same thing. So yeah, cool. I put this at 24. Cool. So now we have the first part of the hook, or the first part of the song done and routed properly. Cool. So now you can start, processing the vocals. You understand what I say? So the very first thing as I can hear the vocals is very low. What we're now gonna do is we're now gonna normalize the vocals. So we're now gonna just click on it like that. Cause why it make it louder, yeah. But sometimes it can bring up certain things to levels that we don't want them to get to, and you can see one little peak over it. So we'll show you another way you can bring up the volume of the clip. So we are gonna go pre-computed effects. We're gonna click this thing right next to the gear icon. Boom. It'll bring up this thing what's a clip. It'll turn that on and it'll put up the boost, and we'll bring up the levels by ourselves. We're gonna do our own boosting, right? And this is perfectly fine. We don't need no more than about we'll do 10%. So just like that, we don't need more than that. So we'll just right click, we'll get copy the value, and we'll go down to the next clip right here. So and we're gonna do the same exact thing. This is pretty much clip gaining in a Pro Tools. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll press clip, right click on boost, paste value. So we'll bring up the volume of the clips without really going too crazy. And we're gonna do it for every single clip. So I'll just paste value and we're gonna put clip just like that. Boom. So now but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me out of a star spot figure my heartbreaker. But me no care. Spot figure my heartbreaker. But me no care. Spot figure my heartbreaker. But me no care. Them want spot figure my heartbreaker. But me no care. Them want me. Me still want you. You understand? Cool. So now can start processing the vocals. And we're going to kind of process these similarly. We'll do correction on the track itself, like, take out some stuff, DS some stuff, and then we'll do all type of the boosting and the compression on the lead vocals track. So on the hook track right here, so for this first part, right, we'll just bring in the Pro Q, clean up the vocals a little bit. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Man a gangster so we have no. But me breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. I mean, just to get rid of some of the rumble, some of the nastiness. That's what I'm saying. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like. And I'll do a little bit of DSing on this track. I'll use just a regular fab filter. If you keep it consistent, we're going to use mostly fab filter stuff. But you can use any DSI, it doesn't really matter. The reason why I use fab filters is because I know it doesn't really eat up too much CPU, and it load up fast. Cool. So. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Nice. Cool. Let's go back to the track. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull. Now, of course, the vocals sound low, but that's nothing really for about. Nothing for about. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you me cocky like cheer. One pull your hair. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me out of a star spot figure my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Cool. So now we can literally just for consistency, we just right click, file, save mixer track, left click and drag and drop, and that copy over the whole processing chain. So now them have the same processing. Of course, them have the same hooks, so it really really matters. Them have the same processing, right? So now we are gonna go over here, and we are gonna do compression now. So we are gonna go here, we're going to load up the Black Rooster. And we're going to use the 2A first. Do a little bit of compression, probably like 3 dB.
You buy me cocky like cheer, one pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my dear breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer, one pull your ear.
Then, right after the Black Rooster, I gotta go in with the what I want to call it. Black Rooster have a Pultec style EQ I'm like, so we're gonna load up Black Rooster again, and we're gonna go to this the VEQ1P, which is basically the Pultec EQ-P1A. So we're gonna boost some of the low end for my vocals. I'll put this at 100. Every voice different, so don't just copy the settings. You know what I mean? My voice different from yours. Just, you know, listen to what me I do. Don't just copy the settings and things that I go work.
But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care.
You understand? Very subtle. But just the top end of my voice, it open up the top end of my vocals. I'm like that.
But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer.
And then once again, we're gonna go back to Black Rooster.
But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care.
Alright, so we'll go back into the Black Rooster, and this time we're gonna get the 3A.
So we have no fear.
And the setting I'm like, which it don't always work, is limit, 5 on the peak reduction, and 5 on the input. Right? Now this might be too loud.
But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot.
So that's without the Black Rooster, the 2 compressor, and the EQ. So basically the change so far is the VLA 2A, the EQ P1A, and then the 3A. So without them, and with them, and so far, altogether we are get about 8 to 10 dB a gain reduction, right?
But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me yacht have a soft spot for your my ear breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you buy me cocky like cheer. One pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we not.
So the vocals sit down on top of the rhythm, right? But we want open up the vocals even more. So now we are gonna go into arcs and reverbs and delays and stuff like that. So right. The reverb when we use pan the rhythm itself when we did a mix. We use the vintage verb on this exact setting here, 6 seconds, 80-second pre-delay, 80 millisecond pre-delay, right? So this was the setting that I chose for this track. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna push the vocals into this reverb very, very gentle, very, very slight, barely even noticeable upon the meter. It's more of a thing where we want to hear lick bit of the reverb on the vocal just to give some depth. You understand what I'm saying? So let's send it to the track first. Matter of fact, let's set this lead vocal track on round to this track only, right? That will get it to any other track. So now we can send it to which part we want to send it. So we're going to send it into the reverb. If we just do this, you have this big massive reverb. We don't want that. You understand what I'm saying? What we want to do is we want to just kiss the reverb a little bit.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Breaker.
For solo it out. Oh.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Breaker, but me no care, them want me.
So very, very softly, you understand what I'm saying?
Like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me
very, very subtle. What we don't do though is to roll off some of the low end up to about 200.
Breaker, but me no care, them want.
Make the reverb kind of more eerie. Back to the track.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear.
No, open up the hook. Just the hook itself a little bit more, right? Because I want the verse with more down the center, right? So I'm going to use imaging now, right? So I'm going to right click here, I'm going to go rename, I'm going to call this micro shift, right? I'll change the color to blue to match up with the rest of the track them. We'll hold on upon shift and left click on this green and we'll lock that. So when we solo out anything, these channels still stay and play because the lock turn on. So I go micro shift, I go sound ties here, I go load up micro pitch shift or micro shift. Cool. We are going to go to default, micro shift classic, 100% wet, style 3, detune maximum, delay tight. Right? So now when we play and send the vocals, we have the super wide vocal.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me.
Cool, perfect. So we're going to go now and we'll click on this track or right click and route it to the master alone and then we'll just send it into the reverb about 30% or so. So now we can send how much of the signal we want for widen out the vocals, how much we want. But we're not, like I say, we're not going to widen out the lead vocals for the hook. We're going to do that for the verse. But we're going to do the hook itself, right? So we're going to just come now and we'll go. So we're going to take this, this hook track, either one of them in really matter, and we'll just send it to the micro shift. And we'll just slowly widen it out.
But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no feet.
You should be able to hear the difference already. So let's copy the value, go to the second one, send it, right click, paste the value. So now we'll turn it on and off. So this is the vocals. Matter of fact, let's play it like this. Let's play this. So these are the vocals with the micro shift.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we not.
No, very subtle, but works.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Breaker.
Cool. Let's move on into the verse. Let's loop out the whole hook and verse. So put the marker here so we can start playback from the verse too. And then we'll all do pretty much the same thing, right? So we'll double click on this. First we'll right click on this. So we'll go file and we'll copy over all of the processing of the same vocal. So might as well keep it consistent, right? We'll skip 2 lines or we'll skip a line. Right? On the right click, rename, we'll call this verse. Right in between here though, we'll right click, we'll put separate. I will separate them. We'll right click here, so file, and we'll all go to save mixer track as, and we'll copy over the verse to this track as well, or delete this separator though. So double click on this, so make sure so we have it on the right track. So this is supposed to be upon 26, this is supposed to be upon 27, and vice versa. 26, 27. Cool. So now when we play, oh shit, vocals low again. So what we do, we'll come back up here, so we'll right click on boost, or copy the value again, or double click on this. We'll go back to boost, right click, paste the value, turn on clip. Same thing here. Paste clip. Just like that. Cool. So now, it's still low. Oh, why? Because when I have it sent to the vocal. So right click, route to the track only. And now, we're up on consistent levels.
Soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You as if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch wanna come fast. So me connected like internet, girl come fast. Breaker, but me no care, them want me.
You understand what I'm saying? Cool, so now, more on the song for have this reverb type of sound. We have one reverb on it already, so we're going to add another one, right? And we're going to use this track right next to the microchip, and we're going to rename, and we're going to call this plate verb. And then we're going to go to Arturia this time for reverb, right? We're going to use the Arturia rev plate. So we're going to go Arturia reverb rev plate 140. We're going to turn down the send, and then we're going to manipulate the settings. So 100% wet, right? Model 3, decay time can definitely go up to about almost 3 seconds. Crank up the drive a little bit. Make sure so the width all the way up so it's wide.
Soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You as if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch wanna come fast. So me connected like internet, girl come fast. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you for me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. When a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you for me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. When a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You as if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch wanna come fast. So me connected like internet, girl come fast. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you for me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. When a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Break.
You understand? So now let's start add some ones and like when I say energy, right? So we'll insert a track in here, right? We're gonna rename upon it, we're gonna call this track Delay Excitement. Cool. Not seat excite. I am gonna spell it wrong, but fuck that for right now. So what we are gonna do with this track is we are gonna take a track or a channel upon the mixer here. We're gonna rename it. And we're gonna just call it, Vox Effects or Vox Effects, right? We'll change the color to just the blue once again. And what we're gonna do is certain words, so like when we say
breaker,
when we say breaker, you know what I mean? We're gonna take stuff like that and we're gonna put effects on them basically. So what we need to do is we need to get this track up. So let's move this up and let's move it up again. So then copy this track down.
Breaker, hard breaker,
So right when I say breaker, right? We'll take that. We'll double click on this, we'll make this unique. So we can route it to a different track. Then we are gonna put this on track 29, right? So we have two different breaker. So let's solo this. Or just mute the other one.
Breaker.
Cool. What we don't do, we don't copy over the auto-tune, right? just to make the sound consistent. But that's the only thing we are going to copy. We're not going to copy nothing else. Now, upon this track, we are going to go up filter. I'm going to take Pro Q. Going to do a nice, crazy roll off, something like that. Cool. We don't go out of that. We're going to go into the Black Rooster. And not even Black Rooster. We're going to Cakewalk. We're going to load up Cakewalk LA2A. And we're going to compress this vocal. And just compress it to death. Perfect. Cool. So now, out of that, we'll run this through Echo Boy first and foremost. And we're going to put this mix to dry. I'm going to put that about 60% wet. Put feedback up to about 0.50. Cool. We'll put this a quarter note. Put this on a telephone. Cool. We'll put the very last thing on this track will be Panman from Sound Ties as well. And we're going to put this on a very slow rotation, soft, almost 100%, or, almost fully wide. Stop at the first yellow and go back. So now when we play, now if we put this at 100% wet, it's going to sound delayed and weird. I mean, but if we play it with the track,
girl, you a heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer one.
You understand? Now it sound a little bit more like, oh shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the whole idea. So now, if you continue building upon this right here, and we need to just solo out this little section here, so we can just do what we do. So let's do that. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 bar. So the next VST, it's gonna come from Sound Ties again as well. And we're gonna use the Devlock Deluxe. Now, what I go for with the Devlock is I go for like this crunchy, distorted sound. Right? So mix 100%. Let's slowly increase the. Right behind the Devlock, I'll put the EQ. Kind of control some of them little peaks. Can use a compressor to do this, I just choose to use an EQ. Right, so I go just control up some of them peaks. And make it get kind of too distorted, you understand what I say? And then right after the Pro Q, we are going to add liquor plate from Sound Ties as well, just to add some reverb to this. So we'll do 4. We're going to do the mix at about 30% or thereabouts. And we're actually going to filter out some more of the low end up to about 150, 160, something like that. Cool. So now, alright, that we have this track. Of course, like I said, we have different, little notes that we can use for it. So we just gotta pick some things that we want to emphasize, while we are playing. And we can bring down the levels, of course, right now. Make sure this thing move slow, like I want it to move slow. So let's turn on the rate again to slow. Actually, I can go all the way down.
Girl, you a heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me Girl, you a heartbreaker, but me.
Let's take this out of line and put it in a none. Chop off some of that. So now we're gonna just pick certain words or you know. And what we can do while I do it so we don't have no confusion. We can mute the clip, but we don't have to do that. But that's an option as well.
Heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a junk. Heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. Heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me a spot for your my heartbreaker.
Cool. This next clip here, we're gonna do the same thing. I got put this back to line. Drag it down. Double click on it. Right click. Make unique. I'll put this also on track 29. Just a final line or one double up.
Have no fear, me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreak. Have no fear, me heart have a soft spot for your. Have no fear, me heart have a.
Or the heart. Cut.
Have no fear, me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. Have no fear, me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me still want you on me cock.
Cool, I know that we have that. You know, we can literally just copy that over because at the end of the day are the same exact thing, right? So we'll just copy this over just like that.
Have no fear, me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Wood soft spot when the sex starting non stop.
Cool. And if you know want make it move faster or whatever, and of course we can up the speed and switch this from that to a pendulum. So it do a full rotation with up, soft, fully. You understand what I say? So that are the options.
Have no fear, me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like.
You know, and you don't have to beat this long delay like that. You can turn on the feedback, you understand?
No fear, me
just move back into the verse, you know.
My dear, wood soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy, my dear, wood soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy up, my dear, wood soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy, my dear, wood.
Same thing again, right click, make unique. 29.
My dear, wood soft spot when the sex start. My dear, wood soft spot when the sex starting.
You can cut off. Actually, first let's change this from that to generic. Let's cut that. Brush tool.
My dear, wood soft spot when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy up. My dear, when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy up. When the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force, when the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock.
Yep, so I'll cut this. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that.
When the sex starting non stop, your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. It's hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You was if you fuck your heart.
And draw back right so.
Hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You was if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like a back. You was if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom.
The murder. So we need to let's copy this. I do this thing at the hard way. Let's just press shift and go up. So so what I gotta do. Murder. Cut that. B. Make unique. Track 29.
You as if you fuck your murder. Bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar Irma. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch when I come fast, so me connected like internet. Girl come fast. Breaker, but me no care. Them want me still.
I mean, and then literally we can just copy across everything. Hook and everything, not enough here. Just to keep everything consistent, because if we already have the processing done, you know, on one side, there's no need for go in and process everything again. Can move on into the second verse. Yeah, once again, we have to do the boosting with all of these.
Fat figure, my dear, who me in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. Then fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We chew money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah. All the man me not need that, nah. Girl, you a heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind.
As you can hear, a lot of these not even link up properly, so I'll put this one 26. This one I gotta go to 27. This one I gotta go back to 26.
Fat figure, my dear, who be in the picture? Red room, white dear, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We chew money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah. Who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We chew money like mafia, rich like flipper.
Cool, as you can hear, the reverb kind of come up a little bit more right here, and I get a little bit more dominant because the rhythm some might drop out, you understand what I say? So if you compensate for that, we are going to automate. So what we are going to do is on this verse here, we are going to right click and we are going to click on this plate reverb here.
My dear, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass.
You understand what I say? So we are going to go right click and we're going to create automation clip. And what we are going to do is we are going to just bring down the volume of the reverb for this section right here.
My dear, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We chew money like mafia, rich like flipper. My dear, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine dear, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your dear, who be in the picture? Red room.
Can do a nice little stutter. It's unique. Take off the fade, put it on generic. Double this back.
Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white.
Right? Can then go line, go half. Right? Chop this in a two. Like that. Can take off the clipping now completely.
Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white.
Right click, can go make unique. And we should be able to just pan one left and pan one right now.
Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who be in the picture?
You know what I mean? But of course, that's something we'll have to do. Just, you know,
here, who be in the picture? Red room, white. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl here. Here, who be in the picture? Red room, white liquor.
Can duplicate that as well. And what we can do is we can make all of these unique, right? So we're going to right click on this, make unique, right click on this, make unique. So now what we can do is have the volume fade. Now Pro Tools, we don't do this with one simple automation clip, but of course, this is FL Studio.
Here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. Here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat. Here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular. Here, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We chew money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that, nah. But them not gonna believe.
This sound off a little bit.
But them not gonna.
So I gotta push this over a little bit like that.
But them not gonna believe that, nah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell.
Same thing with this.
But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah. All them man. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah.
This need to move over a little bit as well.
But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah. All them man we don't need that, nah.
This on and now. Let's put this on track 29.
But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hear that, yeah. All the man we don't need that, nah. Just at the council actually, yeah, you a heartbreaker.
Alright. Double click on this. Make it unique. We'll get rid of this no bleeding. This knife cut, delete, brush.
But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit that, yeah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit that, yeah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit that, yeah. All the man we not. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit that, yeah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit that, yeah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might hit that, yeah. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might. 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 Tell them say nah. Tell them say them might that, yeah. All the man we don't need that, nah. Just at the council actually, yeah, you a heartbreaker. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might that, yeah. All the man we don't need that, nah. Just at the council actually, yeah, you a heartbreaker. But me no. But them not gonna believe that, nah.
Alright, so I'm saying no here. Want this for a lot of reverb on it. So we're gonna automate that. Right. So first of all, do is right click. I'm gonna create automation clip on the vintage verb. Right. It does give one full automation clip, which is exactly what I want, right? I want a long, full, right here, automation clip. So what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna take that, insert a track right up here. I'm gonna put that there, so right around what I want effect. Right, so let's move that up. Actually, not even have to move it up, alright, as I see it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna then left click right where this thing come in. First, we need to copy the value so we can bring it back to normal.
But them not gonna believe that, nah.
Bring that up like that. Paste. No, I'm not gonna paste the value. I'm gonna just bring that up.
but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah, but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I need that now. Just up the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want, but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I need that now. Just up the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me, but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I, but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I need that now. Just up the cock so long she look, but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I need that now. Just up the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your heat.
You understand? So we have that pretty much taken care of right there. You understand? So now we can go back to the vocals. Of course the vocals not done mix, it might sound like it, but no. We have much more we can do if we push them out even more, right? So let's continue on. So firstly, we stop right at compression, right? So here I'll load up, some sort of EQ now. And the one I'm gonna use is the Waves REQ6. And there's a very specific reason. There's a default preset one I have what I load up on, what I use on pretty much all of my vocals them for the last 2 weeks, month or so. And what I do is it get this incredible boost on the top end. Sometimes it's too much, so sometimes I have to back off. But for the most part, it's perfect. So let's find the REQ. So RVox, Puke Tech, Renaissance EQ, RBS, so the REQ, yeah, this. So waves. Let's find a different. Oh boy. Waves 11. Let's go. Yeah, just a look for the REQ waves. That's all we try the waves. Don't know how make waves still use them full wave sheller, but REQ right as a stereo. So my default preset I'm say is this. And if you listen to all the top end on the vocals get crazy bright.
But them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I need that now. Just up the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cock.
You understand what I'm saying? Immediately after that, we're gonna go into the 2A again from K-Cock. I want to control that tab what we add. I mean, all that happens, so I can control that.
But them not gonna believe that. Nah,
don't really need that much gain reduction. Or 2 dB at most.
Just up the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Woo.
Cool, that's sounding good. I'll add some saturation to my vocals, Any saturation distortion plugin will work. This is just the one of me like. Cause it have a multitude of other things inside it, right? So
but them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them might hear that. Yeah. All the man when I need that now. Just up the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Woo.
Let's go back to the first
breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft.
Alright, so I really like that sound there. On the vocals.
Them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like.
Really I like that sound upon the vocals. So lastly now, we're gonna add the L2 from Waves.
stop. Your pussy have a sauce,
And what
but
is
me
that
have a
gonna
hard cock. And when me force
Is it a
in,
gonna
you
limit
not draw
the
back. You
vocal?
was if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch when I come fast. So me connected like internet, girl you come heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. When a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me.
I gonna run the DS across it, cause the top end kinda get a little bit aggressive.
You're my dear, who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We throw money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them my idiot, yeah. All the man we don't need that, nah. So you suck the cock so long she look at you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Woo. Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Woo, soft spot. When the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You was if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch when I come fast. So me connected like internet, girl you my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer.
No, while you pre or the vocals jump forward when we which we need to turn off some of them. I don't know why them on this long anyway.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me.
Let's go. Macros, purge. Cool. So listen to the vocals jump forward and turn on the CQ.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker.
And the reason for that is simple, it's because we are get rid of all of the mud what they done below 30 and above 19650. You know, so we add clarity. You understand? It's not loudness, it's clarity. Next we have the bus compressor, and this is mastering now.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Woo, soft spot. Breaker, but
whatever reason this tape machine is not spinning, sure. What the fuck was that? I don't know. I'm not here. I never want it. So let's put this one smart switch disable. I'm not sure what is going on with the tape machine. Okay, there we go.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear.
So now, in between the two limiter, we are going to add some harmonics from Ozone, right? It's called the exciter. One exciter at that, multi-one. Press learn.
Breaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you pa me cocky like cheer. Want pull your gear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still.
Yeah, it's that time, you know, when FL start fuck itself for no reason. Absolutely no reason. It's not even like I say me have VST in this session. Be a wave file and you know what I mean? This all make me no like mixing it.
Breaker, but me no care.
So I turn off my mic while I do all of them things. Yeah. I'll turn off my mic. Spurge these motherfucking things because this thing really I get on top of my nerves.
breaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Heart breaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Woo, soft spot when the sex starting non-stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You as if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch wanna come fast. So me connected like internet, girl you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Heartbreaker, but me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Who paint the picture? Red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We throw money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that. Nah, tell them say them my idiot. Yeah, all the man we don't need that. Nah. So you suck the cocks and actually girl you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Heartbreaker, but me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Woo. But me no care, them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Heartbreaker, but
you know the first vocal chain. So the first have two limiters, right? Bring this to 0.
breaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Woo, soft spot when the sex starting us.
I'll just a boost 1.3 dB. Or cap the ceiling minus 0.2. And then with the second limiter now, we're going to cap the ceiling 1/10 lower than that, so minus 0.3. But we are going to boost another 1 point something dB. Let's bring this to 0. And then let's turn that on, which is already on. And then now let's put on the final touches.
Breaker, but me no care. Them what?
This thing will get hard for work. Oh my God.
Breaker, but me. Breaker, but.
Exactly what I don't like FL Studio. Too much foolishness, brother. You know. It's like nothing we can possibly do. No matter what I'm do, I just FL Studio is just gonna behave like FL Studio, and I mean like shit's crazy dog.
Breaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind. Heartbreaker, but me no care. Them want me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster, so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your mind, dear. Woo, soft spot when the sex starting non-stop.
This thing would only just give me one nice look. Split second, a consistency. My God.
Breaker, but me no care. Them want me. Breaker, but me no care. Them want want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Boom soft spot. When the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You was if you fuck your heart and try breaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Boom soft spot. When the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft.
Alright, cool. So let's bounce this out I feel, so we can hear it proper without all of the crackling and all of that stuff there. But basically that's the mix, so let's bounce this out I feel studio and drag it back with the demo and pre it next to the demo and see how it sound. You know what I mean? Alright. So let's firstly mute everything on the mixer. After mastering all of the plugins them and drag in the demo. I'm sorry. Drag in the demo and drag in the track I just mix and master. I'll show you what song. So this is the WAV file for the demo. This is the official FL Studio mix anyway. Cool. So let's take a look. Both of them, of course, look like say they mix and master. You understand? But looks can be deceiving. So let's dog zoom in and see something on the front. I look for like a gap. Alright, there is none. So now we are going flip back and forth. So this is the demo.
Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar.
Girl, you a heartbreaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Boom soft spot. When the sex starting non stop. Your pussy have a soft spot, me have a hard cock. And when me force it in, you not draw back. You was if you fuck your heart and try make your heart stop. Murder, bedroom never heard her. Room fuck up like Hurricane Irma. One TrackStar, but bitch when I come fast. So me connected like internet, girl you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Boom, paint the picture, red room, white liquor. Your girl have a fat ass, but mine thicker. We fuck regular girl and fuck bad stripper. We throw money like mafia, rich like flipper. But them not gonna believe that, nah. Tell them say them might need that, girl. And the man we don't need that, nah. So you suck the cock so long she look girl you a heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear, youngster so we
Major differences when me hear vocals more present, beat more balance. You understand what I say? But of course, one mix and one no mix. So until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar. Look out for the EP, Dancehall Super. I don't know what I want to call it. I don't know what I want to call it about Buckler. I think Dancehall Super Villain or some shit like that. I don't know, but yeah, but until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar. Peace.
Girl, you a heartbreaker, but me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my heartbreaker. But me no care, them want me. Me still want you on me cocky like cheer. Want pull your ear. Man a gangster so we have no fear. But me heart have a soft spot for your my dear. Boots